We're going to talk about duplicating an app now, and we're going to go through the various edit pages options. So let's go back to my applications, and again we're going to just go contains, whatever app you want that we would tell you which one to go use. I'm going to click on this one again, and now I'm just going to go scroll down to the bottom and click duplicate. Now this gives you everything, the same settings, everything will be the same. Duplicate, and that's where we just make the link changes and the image changes. And let's call it test 1 November 24th, okay? Remember we started one and that was from scratch and we just called it test November 24th. Now this one's test 1 November 24th and it has a duplicated template in it. And we choose Android as our option and we click duplicate. And we're done. Now this one does not go to the one we just created. This is the one that we already opened, which was the Candy Crush one, which we don't want to work on. That's the old one. We want to get to the new one now. So go back to my applications, go to contains, and we're going to go to test 1, type that in, which should show up here. Okay. It called itself a different name here, test 1 November 24th. You see that at the bottom, right? So it looks like it kept the default name. Before it didn't used to do that, the whole name used to change, but now you can see it at the bottom there. So let's click and open this. Okay, now you can edit the pages, alright? So click on edit pages. This shows you all the pages, internal and when you click one of these buttons, they will go to different various pages. You have different formats, and this is a representation of all of them in one. There could be one linked inside the other one, but you would see all of them here visible to you. Now, there are different kinds, so click on content. You will see these icons here actually take a look at them for a minute. This means menu. They just show you the format. This means YouTube, hence when you click here you come up with the menu on tab 1. Then tab 2 is empty because this is linking to a YouTube link that you will not be seeing over here, but which you will see on the app when you actually publish the app. Same thing for tab 3 and same for tab 4. Click on tab 5 and see this menu is here and hence it's a menu. Okay, so we'll show you how to create those. This is linked to a mobile website, as so are these, so it has this mobile icon over here. You can rename these. Again, we don't want to rename this, right? We want to keep these as the default. Always will keep it as tab 1 to 4, but you can rename these. Go click, highlight it, and click here. Oh, sorry, that's duplicate. Click here, which is rename, selected page. You can rename it. I would rename it and then click rename, but I won't do that for now. You can click duplicate, and then you can call it whatever you want to call it. Let's call it blockers 2. Duplicate, so it is the exact same thing. This is minusing or removing that page, so we can click here and delete it. Or if we want to add a new one, we just click add, and now it shows us these various types of pages that we can choose. But we'll just go back for a second and come back to this later on. But you will know what adding means once we go over this in this section. Okay, so I'll just show you how to make a change to one of these. So let's click on content on this one. Okay, click on content, and this is the link that goes to that page. If we go back for a second, we saw that it was a mobile website. So click content, and this is the kind of page we've already selected. If we want to convert this page to something else, to a menu, say a menu page, we'd go to convert. And these are what we would use. Only the ones that we keep using typically on a regular basis is an HTML page. That's just a blank page if we want to copy and paste some text. Or we would use a color menu. Or we would use a YouTube link. Where is YouTube? There is YouTube. Or we would use a mobile website. So YouTube is if we're linking to videos on YouTube. Mobile website is if we're linking directly to a URL, okay? So I'm just going to control find mobile. There it is. Query mobile is the fourth option that we would use. So let's choose menu for now, or we can actually start with a basic one. We're converting it to a basic one. So I would choose HTML and then I would click convert. And now you can type things in here. You would click this and start typing on your text. You can click design and start. Or you want to copy paste some text, for example. Okay. Let's see. We can copy this text here and just paste it there. You will have to do this at times, so that's all you would need to do, and you can do it on this design format. Click here, design, and then paste it over there. Okay. You can change the font and write things if you want. And choose the color. It should work. There you go. Okay. Make these various changes. This is font, this is color, font size. Make these different changes, but you would have to highlight and then do it. So it's simple, it's basic stuff. If you wanted to add a link, but we won't be doing much of this. It would just be copy pasting for the most part. Always click save before you click done, otherwise the work won't save. Click save and then done. Alright, so this, remember, was one of the mobile pages. Now we converted it to an HTML page. Okay, let's go and add a new one. This is again just for testing purposes, so we click the add button now, and now you have the various ones to choose from. So let's choose a menu. Click color your menu, go next. Yeah, you can name it whatever you want to name it. So test menu, let's name it that, and create. Now, this shows you the whole menu. You can add more. If you want to add more, this only has 5, right? So we can click and add one more. It comes to the bottom, and we got one more over here. You change the names, not over here, but over here. So if we want to call this tab or section 1, see, it became section 1 over here, the description, and that goes as so. Same here, click here, and then you can change it here to 2, and then change this as well, okay? That's all that needs to be done. Now, if you want one of these tabs to link to a URL, for example, you would click URL. Most of the time, so a URL actually means that it's going to a page inside the app, and external means we're sending them outside of the app onto another website. So most of this is internal, so we will keep URL. Remember remember this, when we're linking to the Google Play Store or to a CCA offer, then we click external. But for the most part, it's URL, which is internal. But when you're duplicating an app, you will already have these done by default. So you just leave the settings for most of them where they are. But that's the definition of the inside URL versus the external URL, okay? Inside the app, outside the app. And you would put the link below here. And this means if it's on page, it means it's linking to the page. And remember when we clicked edit pages, we got to see all those different pages. So that's what it is. So this one is linking to itself. So we could choose to link it to the about page. So when we click this tab here, or this section here, it would go to this page, okay? Save and done. So now here's that about page that it was already created. And if we go here back to the test menu, click on this, it goes to the about page. And the about page is right here. See, that's what it looks like. So that's how you interlink things. Okay. And one more time, we'll just add a mobile page now. Click add, and we'll go to the mobile. Click here, next. Test mobile. Create. Okay, we wouldn't really bother with all this. I think it should be just a link. Okay, and we click done. Done. Oh, okay. No. Okay, there's an error. We don't want this one actually. So let's backtrack. And this isn't the one we want. So we'll delete it. Okay. Click here. it's a different one. Let's go add it again and we'll find the other mobile page. I think I had selected the wrong one. Okay. Here, that's the plain one. Okay, so just correct that, sorry. It is going to be mobile. Click next. Okay, put the page URL. Now if we want to link it to just, let's say, how, okay, let's see, one of these pages, then we would just put the URL there, and that's it, save, and done. That's how the layout is, okay? That's edit pages for you, and hope that made sense. Sorry about this error again, but this is what you want to choose, is the mobile page. And you're done, and it takes you back to this menu, and we will go to these other ones and check them out in the next videos.